This segment brought to you by Kansas Wheat. Learn more at rediscoverwheat.org.
I'm Teresa Brandenburg. I'm the second vice president of the Kansas Soybean Association and the chair of the Kansas Soybean Expo. We're excited to be wrapping up the day here in Topeka for another successful expo. We had a great time this morning with Bob Farmer from Farmer's Almanac. We heard some great updates from some of our Kansas Soybean Commission partners. We learned about some waterways and some research that's going on. And we also heard from some K-State Extension representatives telling us about current research that's being done as well with soybeans. So we're very glad to have all of the farmers come out with us today. Obviously, my favorite part of the expo is always the luncheon and the chance to come together as an association and conduct business. And we got to have Tom Brand from the National Farm Broadcasters Association join us. We really enjoyed having him today as our MC. And we also had the Lieutenant Governor-elect join us as our keynote speaker today. We were very thankful to have him there. He shared with some of his vision for what the next year is going to look like. One of the reasons that we love coming together is we get soybean farmers from all over the state. And the reason that that's important is because we all know that farming is hard work. And there's a lot of challenges that we're going to face as farmers, especially in the upcoming years. So as we come together on this day, it's always important to remember that there are a couple of really strong entities that are full of volunteers that are working for Kansas farmers. Now, I'm part of the Kansas Soybean Association, but we also have the Kansas Soybean Commission. The Commission is the organization that takes the checkoff dollars from the soybean checkoff, and they invest that to work for Kansas soybean farmers. That money is used for research and market development, and the Soybean Commission is actually responsible for deciding where that money is going to be put to best use. Those are checkoff dollars that everyone pays. Now, the other organization that works for Kansas soybean farmers is the Kansas Soybean Association. I've been extremely lucky to be part of this organization for 9 years now, and the association is in charge of all of the legislative work that needs to be done to keep farmers profitable. The important thing to understand about the Kansas Soybean Association is checkoff dollars cannot be used to do legislative work. It's really important to understand that membership dollars and corporate sponsorships are the things that can allow us as volunteers to go to Topeka and to go to Washington, D.C. to work for farmers. We are a membership-driven organization. If you're not a member, we would love to have you because it's important for us to be able to represent you in a way that's most helpful to you on your farm. So I'm really excited to be here today in Topeka to be representing soybean farmers as well as to have everyone come together. We've had a great day, and if you didn't make it this year, we look forward to seeing you next year.
KFRM is one of the largest farm radio stations in the nation, dedicated to informing and entertaining rural listeners from northern Oklahoma to southwestern Nebraska. You can catch KFRM in many ways, of course, 550 on the AM dial, streaming at kfrm.com, or on your smartphone by going to the TuneIn Radio app, or on Ag AM in Kansas on Tuesdays and Facebook every day of the week. KFRM, tune us in. You'll be glad you did.